connects to various radio locations, lets you bridge calls together, which Asterisk can do without XRPT. But this would let you have appearances for 6 or 7 different sites. One may be in California, one may be in Atlanta, one may be here in Washington. And so a combined operations center could handle radio communications going on through multiple sites. And you get, well, I can't hit that system from here. It's down at the convention center with a very modest antenna and transmitter power on it. But you get a little call log of things that come on. You can pre-program these little key buttons for a lot of pre-programmed functions to set up links, send canned messages. Again, it's Asterisk. The sky's the limit. So that's XRPT. So you take that, and you can combine that in multiple site systems. And I don't know whether this will come across very well on this presentation or at this resolution, but you can have multiple sites that consists of IP or a traditional telephone system, one of these servers connected out to a radio, connected to radios in the field. Through the internet, you can link multiples of that site. For example, this site can be at a factory, this site can be in the warehouse across town, and the guys in the warehouse can talk to the guys in the factory with their push-to-talk radios. And somebody at an operations center with one of the clients that we just saw can read the mail, hear what's going on, offer assistance, and participate. And further, since it's bridged through the public switch telephone network, you can have somebody anywhere in the world with a good old conventional telephone or a cellular telephone can participate in those push-to-talk radio dispatch conversations in their enterprise. Where do you find them? Well, same place you find the customers you've got now. You go looking at those utilities. Are they doing warehousing? Are they doing real estate? Hotels, resorts, convention centers, the potpourri like that, non-governmental organizations for those of you who have lived out of the Beltway for a long time. Some of the relief agencies that you saw, like on the Haitian video and things like that, you can't Wi-Fi Haiti. You need to be able to put up an antenna on short notice on a mountaintop somewhere and start sending people out in the field and still be able to talk to them, from a central location. And, hey, there's some more. We just shipped a system and did it for a coal mine, where their whole idea is the radio, instead of going above ground, goes below ground so that they can use a technology called leaky coax that runs throughout all the mine shafts and the caverns to be able to affect that communications. Yes, I know. Allison, she's everywhere, even on the radio. Yep, there's some more of your stuff. There's one job we did. It was a network of auto salvage yards. I don't know if you've ever seen those. The pull-aparts, go get your parts on Saturday, fix your cars. They run a net where they have multiple locations across multiple states. They're Asterisk for their phone systems on the salvage yards. Their radio channels are all linked. And so a guy in Alabama can pick up his radio and say, does anybody have a set of hubcaps for a 57 Chevy? And somebody in, North Carolina may answer and say, hold on, I'm going out in the yard to look now as we speak, and go find the item. And for them, that's a killer app. Say you want to make a system. Somebody give me the high sign. I'm probably not too bad here. I might even get time for some Q&A. Here's a typical system. Well, it's not a typical system. It's actually generally more complex than most systems because we've got 2 radios. Here's a Motorola radio. Here's a very flexible frequency agile radio, little Asterisk server in the middle, power supply. This one happens to be in a transportable case and is used for quick deployment in the field of radio over IP systems. But you're not limited to that. It's like Asterisk, works on a wide variety of commodity computing platforms and devices. What's key is that some sort of interface, both from a hardware and a software level to the radio. How do you build it? Hey, welcome to the project. Sources are pretty widely available. One of the things here is trying to get straightened out what's in the Digium tree. Don't try and build it from what you get at asterisk.org. The channel drivers have moved on. It's an advanced feature that didn't make 1.4. It's too late for 1.6. You know, where are we going to roll it in? And besides, you want to have a very careful control over which versions you match it with. But for example, we have, for the amateur community and for the professional community, we've developed a package distribution. The zipper one comes ready to go with a network install with Fedora 12, DOTI, Asterisk, all the channel drivers that work. It's an Asterisk 1.428, DOTI, I can't remember what it is. And we'll throw in the kitchen sink to make it a complete system. There's free PBX to configure the extension parts of things, webmin to help, you know, manage the Linux environment. And of course, support resources. That's available through a wide variety of sources and wireless vendors. Don't knock this when you walk into that customer and you see that they're using these radios. Unless they're a utility that's a large self-maintained account, they bought them from somebody. Try and find the local push-to-talk radio vendor or supplier in your community and establish a favorable strategic relationship with them. They may say, yep, I love selling PTT radios all the time. Oh, you know networks, you know IP, you know unified communications. Let's do business. And that's what I was talking about there. Regulatory issues, we're fine. Technical issues, it's just technology. Don't reinvent the wheel. That's the most important thing. You can figure this all out for yourself, but why do it when other people have done them before? And I think, and this is a shameless plug for another open source group that I mentioned, we're down there in the show floor in the open source area. We'll probably do a little bit of focus the day before, the day after our Atlanta Asterisk Users Group Fest, and talk a little bit about the wireless applications, because there's a lot of guys who would actually like to do this eyeball to eyeball. Of course, there's my organization, which produces pre-canned, ready-to-go interfaces and servers, software and support. And, you know, we do typical systems that bring all of those things together. That information is available on the website. Have a good time there. And having said that, I think I can safely say thank you very much. If I have any more time, I'll be glad to take any questions from the crowd. Do I, Steve? So our last caller, anybody got any questions?